Hello everybody and welcome back to another production here on 539. So today we are still in Indianapolis, Indiana, and we are at the Virginia B. Fairbanks Art and Nature Park, and it's about 100 acres of really massive art installations, some really cool projects, even some that kind of go subterranean here. And so I thought we'd take a look around today and look at the different art installations and travel through a few of them actually, because they're just that large. So let's get out here. It's still amazingly cold. It's in the 30s right now, and gonna be a really freezing hike, but it's well worth the journey, and I think we'll have a lot of fun doing it. All right, so heading out here, we are actually coming up on something that looks like a basketball court, but in reality is our first art installation here, and pretty cool looking. Whoa, the ground just sort of fell out on me there. There is 2 basketball hoops, as you can tell, but it is not a court that I think people ever use. I'm sure a few baskets have been shot here over the years. Pretty interesting. I think this is some sort of plastic grating so that there can be drainage. And we're actually right next door to the Indianapolis Art Museum, which is the building that you can see through the woods there. So if anybody ever wants to come by and check this out on their own, that's what you need to look up, or just look up the Virginia B. Fairbanks Art and Nature Park. So we're gonna see about, I think, 5 different art installations at the very least. One of them is known as the Funky Bones. It's made to look like a human skeleton, sort of like in a cartoon fashion. And it's, I don't even know exactly how big. We'll have to see once we get there. But just absolutely massive. It'd probably be easier to see it from the air. I kind of wish I had a drone on me right now. But first, we're actually going to head over in this direction here and check out this structure made of rocks inside of little steel cages. And there's actually a part where you can go, I don't know if it's underground or if it's just through the middle of the structure, but it looks really cool. And you can see another installation and playset up ahead here that's actually been made out of a old tree, and they've maintained the original look and not actually just stripped it down into boards. And so you can see right here, I think we might be going through the wrong entrance. That's interesting. It is locked from this side. That's weird. But you can clearly tell all the rocks have been caged in the little steel cages like I was saying. So we'll go ahead and walk around and see if we can get in from the other side. It'd be kind of weird if they had it blocked off. I'm not sure why they would. There's actually looks like a crane. Maybe it's a goose. I don't know what it is exactly. You can see it's sitting there on the edge of the water. Alright, well, here we are at the actual entrance, and it looks like it is locked too, but we can get a really good idea of what it looks like and get into a little bit of it here. Again, I don't really know why it's gated off right now. Oh, it says closed until spring. That's kind of dumb. And there's even a security camera. How crazy is that? Wow, that's a little bit disappointing, but definitely pretty cool. And at least we were able to get this far. Alright, let's head out and hope that the rest of this place isn't locked down. I don't think the rest of them can be locked down though, so. Alright, so let's get a little bit closer look at this place set up here. It's really amazing. And you can see it literally is an old tree. It's not made to look like it. It was just cut down and strapped up and used to hang all of these swings here. And some sort of storage facility on the inside, I'm assuming. I don't think it's a place to play. No, it's locked. Maybe it's just locked for the season too. And it looks like they used the bark of the tree to create shingles too, which is incredibly innovative. And on the other side, the base of the tree is sticking out. Alright, moving forward here, we are actually coming up on the installation I was talking about earlier called the Funky Bones. And then we'll head over and check out a hanging installation, which is looks like it's strapped up to the trees and hung by wires. And a very cloudy day out. I'm kind of afraid it's going to start raining here at any moment. You can see all the puddles on the ground. The weather was supposed to be clear, and it's been rather rainy and drizzly the entire time I've been here. And here we are at the Funky Bones. Again, it would be better if I could get a view from it from the air, but unfortunately I don't have a drone. Maybe one of these days. But you can kind of get a good idea. They're not incredibly tall, so it's not like we have to be up in the air to see it. And we are traveling up the spinal column now and through the center of the rib cage. And here we are at the head. So it must have taken some time to create this huge piece. And I'm not sure how exactly it was fashioned. There is a little sign over there, so we'll go down there and take a look at that. Oh, so it is plywood and fiberglass. I was thinking, from the looks of it, that it was stone. But it just made to look like that. Probably a lot easier to do and a lot easier to move around if necessary. Lots and lots of geese flying, and an incredible amount of ducks here in the pond. Alright, so we're cutting over a little bit here, and we're now arriving at the aerial installation, and you can kind of get a view of it through the trees here, but it's going to be a little bit easier once we get right up on it and look from the ground up. It kind of reminds me of the Stargate series, or the Stargate movie. The little transporter system that they use for the alien starship. So wow, once again, a really cool installation, and it is being hung from poles. I do see again some more information over here about the artist, so we'll go ahead and walk over and give them some credit so that y'all can look up the name if you so choose. So it looks like this was actually a team known as Type A. And using old telephone poles. So that's really cool. Okay, so it looks like there is one last installation. There might be two, I can't really tell. There's a big fence up on the other side of the lake. I think the trail originally went all the way around, but it's sort of sandwiched in between a trail and, or not a trail, but a river and the lake. So it's a very thin little trail, and I don't think there would be any art back there anyway. It looks mostly just like a wooded pathway, so we're gonna go and check out. It's called the Visitors Pavilion, but I think it also, like the playground behind us, is an artistic installation. And so we'll take a look at that, see what it looks like, and if there's nothing else, then once again, heading on to the next location. But if there's more to see, we will definitely be taking a look at it today. Oh, cool little bridge. And you can see another one of the art museum buildings. I'm assuming that's what it is, through the woods there. And then some kind of cool little bridge on the other side here, but I think it also is closed for the season. Alright, we are approaching the visitor center, which I believe is also, once again, closed for the season. However, looks really amazing. There's even some security cameras pointing directly at the bird feeders, which I think actually is so that maybe in the museum, or maybe even on screens inside of the visitor center, you can check out the birds. Maybe not, I don't know. We should see if it's open though. No, it is definitely locked, even though it says that there is video surveillance. So I guess they don't have it open during the winter. We'll check another door though. No. There's a shot of our security camera on the bird feeder, so that must be visible from the museum. And let's just get a view inside again here. A really, really cool modern looking building here. And another security camera right there. I wonder if the bathrooms are even open this time of year. Nope. Not allowed to go to the bathroom this time of year. So we can see someone is using the security camera right now and definitely looking right at us. He's standing really still as if I can't see him. Or her, I guess. I really don't know. I wonder if this is actually a way around. Oh, you can get through. It's kind of cool. Okay, well, we're gonna take a look at this maybe fenced off area. It looks like it's part of an old abandoned bridge, and it has some depth markers for the river so you can tell how deep it is this time of year. I don't think we're gonna be able to get close. I'm pretty sure that's what the fencing is all about, but we're coming up on it here and we'll see for sure what it is. But this place is really huge. It almost feels like it's more than 100 acres. So I don't really know though. It probably is. It just feels bigger walking it than driving it. So who knows? There is some sort of, I don't know if that's a plaque or an electrical box. There is a solar panel right there. I wonder what this is. Oh, data collection platform. So it's part of the U.S. Geological Survey. That's really interesting. Come across a few similar things before. Not from the U.S. Geological Survey, but from different universities. And you can see where the bridge would have been. And obviously we are standing on one side of it right here. And then some other type of equipment right here on the edge and leading up over the top of the river. Maybe it's sort of a critical water level alarm or something like that. So I guess you can pull your phone out and scan that and get a little bit more information. And you can do it on the video too. It should work. There's a creepy looking trail going on down to the bridge there, but it looks like from the map we actually went a little bit too far north from the maybe gated off area. So we gotta head down this trail a little ways and we'll find out what is there. It might be a new art installation that's currently in the works, so that'd be kind of cool to catch it before it was done and see what it looks like mid-progress. So who knows? I couldn't see anything from across the lake, so I have literally no clue whatsoever what we're gonna find once we get there. Alright, we are coming out of the woods here, and it is definitely a gated off area. It looks like they might be just closing the back end loop, maybe to protect people during the flooded seasons, or maybe it's just a seasonal thing in general. So far I'm not seeing any art projects that are being constructed behind it, but there is a very, very large sign. And it doesn't look like just a no trespassing sign. So, some metal work there. And over here is the river. And if we pan over, you can see how close by the lake is. So I'm assuming that during really high river levels or lake levels, it may flood. And yeah, it is closed due to erosion. Apparently they think it's maybe a little bit too dangerous right now for people to be hiking down it. It would be a really interesting hike though, being on sort of this little peninsula per se, in between a river and a lake. Makes me wonder if they'll eventually do some sort of construction back here and then reopen it. Because again, looks like a amazing trail. I would love to take it. Oh, and here is our answer right here. So they are working to restore it. So one of these days you will be able to continue on around and complete the loop to the other side. So very cool. Okay, for right now that's looking like that's about it for the current art installations here at the Art and Nature Park in Indianapolis, Indiana. So I want to thank you all for joining me here on this part of our journey. Again, if you've never subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below or at the end of the video. And if you've been a subscriber for a while and you're thinking about supporting the journey, you want your name on the credits at the end of these episodes, check out the Patreon link, either available in the description again below or at the end of the video in the on-screen links. Also, if you liked the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and sharing it over on your favorite social media network, because once again, word of mouth of any kind is the #1 way that we can grow here over at 539. And once again, as always, I'll see you guys in our next adventure.